42% approval. What means worse than that? It's 46% disapproval. Disapproval. And then 12% are like, I think he sucks, but he's okay. Which, right, makes no sense. Biden's approval among Californians has tanked since he has taken office, which hasn't taken long. We're not even at a year yet. And he is seriously crashing in some of the bluest of blue states out here. Now, I'm with a lot of people that live here in California. Most of us actually believe this is a red state, and it probably is. And it's been taken over by the deep blue something a long time ago. But we are starting to show our disapproval. We are starting to show we are not standing for this. We are not happy with this. We've got Pelosi. She's invited Biden to deliver the State of the Union address in March. March. Latest date ever for the annual speech. And good Lord, again, it was like last one was a train wreck. This one, I can't even imagine how poor this is going to be. I mean, Biden's only gotten worse. But as we reported, first Soto ever in March, ever. Never happened before. Never, ever happened before. You obviously remember this infamous day. This meme shall live in infamy. And Pelosi's such a piece of work. Such a piece of work. I mean, we're just watching these people crumble. Watching them crumble. And they seem to either think they're getting away with it, or it's just because they're so all in at this point that they don't know what else to do. We're going to see. Hey, I wanted to remind you, too, guys, we got a bitchin' song. One of my favorite, all-time favorite artists. Got an incredible song that I think is, well, one, uplifting, two, amazing advice. I'm going to finish off the show with that. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Very good song. I mean, aside from the fact that she's definitely not got a happy face there, Put on a Happy Face is a song that she probably should listen to and maybe look in the mirror when she's making that scowl. Right? I'm pretty sure her dog's growling at her when she makes that face. Right? Because what else are you going to do? It scares the crap out of you. But Sotomayor, one of the Supreme Court justices, I don't know how it looks when you're a Supreme Court justice and you literally make statements that are absolutely factually incorrect. I can't imagine how much worse you could look. I mean, let's remove the fact that she already looks horrible in this particular scowling face. But how much worse can you look when you're a Supreme Court judge and you lie? Lie. Just make shit up. It's okay. No. Facts? Psh, screw those. Screw the facts. My name's Sotomayor. I am going to make things up and right in front of your face right now. Definitely not her accent, but feels like it should be. Alec Baldwin still hasn't surrendered his phone to the police. New York, New Mexico authorities are involved. There's a warrant for his phone. It's not like they just like, hey, we're just curious what the score you got was on that video game there. How'd you do? No, not at all. They want the phone because of a criminal investigation, because he shot someone. I mean, the gun in his hand with his finger on the trigger shot someone. Of course, it wasn't Alec Baldwin doing the shooting. Hello? Come on. That's stupid. I mean, yes, the gun was in his hand. Yes, it's impossible to shoot that gun accidentally unless your finger's on the trigger. Yes, it's even hard because you've actually literally got to cock the hammer back through like 4 or 5 clicks before it'll actually fire. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't Alec Baldwin. It was the demons inside of him. Probably true, I would say, but unfortunately when demons possess your body, you still are the one that gets to go to jail, not the demons. They don't circumcise the demons. They don't do that and then send the demon to jail. No. Demons inside of you because you allowed the demon inside of you, then all right, well, you're gonna be the one that goes to jail. I mean, you and the demon can hang out while you're in jail. Maybe you guys have some funny little conversations amongst yourselves. No one else will hear it probably, but whatever. Man with explosive device arrested running from Florida January 6th rally. Apparently it was Antifa. I don't know what gave them the idea except for the fact that he was in all black. And then wrote a note, had explosives, had some stupid little wannabe grenade-looking things with tissue paper sticking out of it. Now this looks like almost like a quarter stick or something. That's pretty groovy. And, yeah, this is the individual. 22-year-old Garrett Smith, clean record, describing him as a sleeper with no arrests, no apparent social media presence, but he had recently been to Portland, Oregon, and had a helmet with logos seen in protests in Portland, but the sheriff was not sure if he was Antifa or on the other side. I really want to call him a Trump supporter, but damn, he sort of looks like an Antifa thug. Who knows? Now, interestingly, this guy is not really smart. I mean, that's evident probably on numerous ways, but when he made his, first off, he writes like he's friggin' like 12. This is 10, 8, I don't know. I'm surprised it's not in crayon. Black long sleeve shirt, black cargo pants, black shoes, black hoodie, black heat proof gloves, black facial coverings, black socks, black helmet, black vest, black skin knee guards, black elbow pads, black shoulder pads, black sports chest piece, black personal shield. Guys really got a thing with black. I mean, I feel like a lot of the Trump people tend to wear, like, you know, red, white, and blue. Not a lot of black. Now, hey, again, if you're going out and committing crime, yeah, black's the color, man. Black is the color. It's very slimming, too. Very slimming and trimming. Absolutely. Good to know. But, yeah, he's, let's see, we got a baton that he's bringing. He's got lighters, headlamp, laser pointers, pepper spray, flammable rags, black balloons. This guy really loves black. Fireworks satchel, spray paint, black paracord, which is basically like a nylon rope that you could use for all sorts of stuff. It's military grade nylon rope. I mean, that's like legit. Got road flares, binoculars. Like, guys seemed like he was preparing for something that was a little larger than just a camping excursion. I don't see fishing pole in there. Nah, that would have been smart. Got zip ties. I don't know. Maybe he's going to catch a bear. Arr. Maybe he'll show up and say hi to Sᴘᴘᴏᴏ. This is because of the growl. That's the only reason I brought that up. Again, not funny, but I have fun. It's all about me being entertained. Now, I don't know if this is the deep state desperate to try to put someone in governor in Oregon, because obviously their governor is toast. He's the worst state. I mean, probably. I mean, considering when you look at growth of horribleness over time, Oregon takes the cake. I mean, when it comes to just outright numbers, well, Chicago's still number one. I mean, good on you, Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Well done indeed, sweetheart, for having the most murders in your city every week. Week after week after week. I would be so proud if I were you. I'd be like, oh my God. I swear, when that 12th child showed up shot, oh man, that was heaven. Sick woman. So, for whatever reason, they're not letting him run. I am almost 100% sure he's not a good guy, even if he's attempting to be one. I'm sure he's not. I don't believe anybody that's trying to lie in order to get into office is probably not a good guy, right? We got a study that's finding wearing masks, people that wear masks, are meaner, more selfish, less moral, and more violent than people that don't. Now, I think this is absolutely wrong. It's the wrong way to look at the data. It's actually a piss-poor study. And the reality really is, and this is what I'm going to claim, is that the study has actually found that left-leaning individuals, progressives and Democrats in general, are meaner, more selfish, less moral, and more violent. That statement is true. They also just tend to wear masks all the time because they're more freaked out, more easily duped, more silly in their belief structures. So, a lot of those things are working against them. But this is very true to form. President Dementia Joe. Biden tells Colorado wildfire victims that a lightning bolt struck his home once and almost destroyed it. So, the people are like, yeah, my house burned down. Joe Biden's like, oh, yeah, you too? Yeah, I had lightning struck my house one time. It almost burned down my house. But no. But, Joe, my house was burned down. He's like, yeah, I know. Mine's the same situation. Mine almost burned down. Yeah, absolutely. And then he walked up to a homeless man that was starving and said, oh, you're hungry, right? Yeah. I remember one time I was trying to find milk and I opened up my refrigerator, and I moved aside the pickles, and I moved aside the leftover turkey, and I moved aside that whole ham that we're going to cook later in the week, and I moved aside the orange juice, the tomato juice, the soda, the beer, and I friggin' didn't have any milk. Oh my God, I know exactly what it's like, homeless, starving person. It's the same thing. Oh my Lord. The president of Washington, D.C. for you. Biden's latest irrational moves obliterate the U.S. economy about 2 weeks out. This is legit, folks. This is too legit to quit, for sure. U.S. goods and services trade with Canada total an estimated $718 billion. This is traffic that comes from Canada and the United States, goes back and forth, right? And they bring all sorts of stuff. Certainly maple syrup, I'm sure that's on many of these trucks, but many other things. Probably moose heads, moose heads and syrup for sure. Well, what's going to happen here is they're passing a new law that all these truck drivers have to be in order to cross the border, which means in about 2 weeks' time, just less than, we have a lot of truck drivers that will no longer be delivering goods and services across country lines ever again, at least until we get these people out of office. Which means starting in 2 weeks, our supply crunch is going to become legit. Now, without having to spell it out for you, make sure you stock up on your syrup, if you know what I mean, because you're not going to be able to get it soon. We're about to get into the very, very real aspect of the economic problems and woes that we've got coming. It's coming. So be prepared. Understand this. Things are about to get real. This is going to help waking up people as well, and it's going to suck bad. None of this is fun. None of this is enjoyable. All of us want this to stop so we can start moving forward. But ultimately, we're all waiting for enough people to wake up. Weird two posts on the same day, and I think a lot of you guys probably will jump to the same place you should be, like I did. Marine Corps Base Quantico is currently in Operation Status Code Green. The base is open, and employees are expected to report to work on time. January 7th, 2022, 5:46 p.m. Oh! January 7th, 2022, Quantico is code red. The base is closed. Only essential personnel are expected to report to work. Contact your chain of command for specific command activity, guidance, or direction. Posted the following day, January 8th at 10:16 a.m., one would assume. So in about 24 hours period, we got a Red Castle. Sorry, I'll learn my colors. Green Castle and Red Castle both showing up in that same short period of time. There are some posts around the Red Castle, Green Castle. Nothing jumped out as being overtly out, but this is symbolic. This is huge. This is something to keep in the back of your mind. Something's happening. Getting nervous? The Dems explore using obscure section of the Constitution to ban Trump from office. This is that whole thing from the Civil War, and whether or not you've been a part of a, what's the word they use? So the deep state, the Democrats, the progressives, whatever you want to call them, they're all going to try to use this to keep Republicans. Now, of course, that's stupid. Of course, that's illegal. And what's most important is that they aren't paying attention to. Again, this is the stealth bomber. This is the reason for the stealth bomber thumbnail. It's like they don't seem to understand this is going to backfire on you. You, deep state. You guys took over our country on November 3rd.